afternoon, hello, and welcome to the Omni Coalition News Show, aka TOCNS. This show is an amalgam of strange, weird, bizarre, off-the-wall, and otherwise things you don't normally see anymore from most news sources these days. During a time of political overabundance and divisiveness, we present you with more unifying topics to discuss for the most part. For links to those articles, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Xander, and today I am joined by...
The Slayer.
Proto Blob.
The Muffin Man.
And in the live studio audience, we have Tittles. So, anyway, let's get on into the... Actually, it is Thursday, also known as Thursday, December 15th, 2022. 10 days until Christmas, people. And happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate that. I believe it started a little bit ago, like a week ago or so. I don't know. Anyway, let's hop into the news, shall we? Rebel News. Trump's NFT collection gets derided by both supporters and critics. So Trump had NFTs? What? And like we can see here the picture. Of course, his NFTs would be like that. Dow. Oh God. Anyway, it goes on here. It says the release of Donald Trump's NFTs on Thursday was met with a mix of shock, awe, and confusion. Yeah. After teasing the day before that he would have big news, the former president revealed that he was releasing a set of collectible digital trading cards featuring himself. I remember somebody was talking, I think it was Blob, talking about this morning earlier, about Trump NFTs, and I'm just like, what? So, but yeah, it's real.
I can see somebody else doing it, but not Trump, if that makes sense.
I can definitely see Trump doing this, you know?
Like, I can see someone design Trump NFTs by someone else, but not Trump himself.
Oh, yeah, no, he wouldn't be the artist, no. So he probably commissioned people to make them for him and then made them into a non-fungible transaction. Which, cards, which cost...
Everybody.
I'm sorry?
Should know everybody. I need you to take a look at my new trading cards.
Yeah, these cards, which cost $99 each, feature poorly imposed images of a cartoon Trump face on the bodies of figures like astronauts, fighter pilots, and cowboys. With each purchase, buyers get a chance to win a Trumpane giveaway, along with a chance to meet the former president. Quote, for the first time ever, collect your own rare digital collectible trading card by President Trump, end quote, the website says. I had to pull up Brados there.
Yes. Very, very Brados of me.
But yeah. So yeah, Trump NFTs are a thing. Oh, here they are. Let's enlarge this. Can I? Open image in your tab. There we go.
Oh, those are
good
golden.
God.
Oh my God, those are awesome. Those are good.
With the gloves.
I will say though, the one with the golf player, that's something he actually does. He does golf.
Yeah, he does.
He is actually a golfer. He's pretty good actually. He's surprisingly really good.
There's this one golf meme by him where he shoots the golf ball. You know, Biden falling down the stairs going to his plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hits the ball and the ball hits Joe Biden and he falls down the stairs.
Yeah. You mean up the stairs?
But yeah, no, he's a very talented golfer, I will say.
Huh? Let's move on up. From
speaking of golf.
More from Rebel News here. A British Columbia nurse on welfare instead of saving lives due to vaccine mandates scolds Provincial Health Services Authority. So, yep.
Here we go.
Footage of the poised and logical line of questioning raised by Aurora Bison Montpellier during a board meeting for the Provincial Health Services Authority, PHSA, on November 16th has been making its rounds on social media this week. Like thousands of other healthy BC nurses who have been either laid off without pay or terminated due to lingering vaccine mandates, Bison Montpellier was terminated from her position at the currently patient-backed BC Children's Hospital last November. Quote, I, as a nurse, one of the many thousands am on welfare lining up for food stamps every 2 weeks because you continue to uphold a mandate that is not scientific, ethical, moral, or lawful. How do you sit right with yourself? End quotes. These were just some of the stern words Bison Montpellier directed to the board during its Q&A period. So yep. Like, and all of this is by design. I mean, like, you know, I asked the question again. If you disagree with the fact that all of this is by design, then if things were by design, how would they do things differently than what's going on right now?
Yeah, what's the end goal?
Yeah. Like,
What's the golden nugget at the end of the day?
yeah. Oh, it sounds like Blob has fallen asleep, so let's move him to the AFK channel so we do not disturb him. Hold on. Alright. Good, he's getting some rest. That's good.
Yes, that is good that he's resting.
Yes. Yep.
Fantastic.
Oh, he's back. Okay, I guess he wasn't asleep. Huh, that was weird.
I was falling asleep, but
Oh.
you know, I'll just join muted.
Oh, no. Please, go back to sleep, dude. You need the rest.
Yeah, rest up, man. Yeah, rest up. Get all the rest you need, buddy.
Yeah, but now I'm awake again, and
damn
yeah,
it.
you know,
Okay.
probably in 15 to 20 minutes I fall asleep again.
Alright, well, I will try my best to be incredibly boring so you'll fall asleep.
Oh my.
Anyway, more from Rebel News here. Irish teacher who refused to use students' they-them pronouns remains in jail for Christmas. What the fuck?
Oh,
You can't. They can't throw them in jail for that.
Apparently
That's
they
not-
can.
I will not,
Oh.
no.
I
Yeah,
will not
that is
bow
abuse
down
of
to
power.
anyone.
Abuse
to
of
give
power right
them-
there.
Yeah, I will not bow down to anyone to give them the majestic plural. You know.
Yeah.
That's funny. I was just talking about that earlier today about some people. Is that if you don't have the pronouns, you're considered a fascist, a racist, a white supremacist, all this other bullcrap. That's why I said to another person,
Yeah,
and that's the
like,
price right there.
yeah, the ist,
Yeah.
you know, the ist words. They always use those. So, it says here, in a courtroom in Dublin, Enoch Burke, a teacher jailed for refusing to use gender-neutral pronouns, pleaded with the judge to be released for the Christmas period. Burke had been suspended from Wilson's Hospital School in County Westmeath, Ireland, after he refused to address a transitioning student as they rather than he on the basis of his devout Christian beliefs, the Daily Mail reported. Well, there you go. Religious persecution right here. Despite being ordered by the school to stay away, Burke continued to attend and was subsequently arrested and jailed in September. Burke argued that he was not a criminal and asked the court to free me for Christmas, citing his religious beliefs as justification for his refusal of the court order. So essentially, he was not put in jail because of his refusal to use they/them, but they suspended him from his job because he was refusing that, and because he kept showing up, then he was arrested on criminal trespass charges. It sounds like. So technicalities, but
It's still considered refusal of saying that in the first place. So
yeah, like especially you know, like here we go again. We were talking about religious schools and such. Like yesterday, we were talking about an article where this Catholic school is trying to go woke, and the majority of the community is for it, and it's just like.
yeah,
But Catholicism is directly opposed to all this, But I think, I don't know, I'm not a Catholic myself, but I'm an omnist.
just pick up stupid, put in your brain. There you
Yep.
go.
It's stupid. So, anyway, let's move on up here. More from Rebel News. Court drops all charges against Freedom Convoy protester. So, there we go. That sounds like a good news here. Hold on, I'm going to change this. There we go. Now it's going to... Because there's a lot of people in here now. So.
Those were the truckers in Canada.
It says here, a Canadian court stayed all charges against a Freedom Convoy protester last month, a decision the Justice Center is celebrating as a victory for democracy. So is this good or bad? Like, they're staying all charges, so they're keeping all charges, right? What does that mean? What does it mean to stay charges? A ruling by a court to stop or suspend a proceeding or trial temporarily or indefinitely. Okay, so this is good. They're pausing it. On February 19th of 2022, JW faced charges for allegedly interfering with the lawful use and enjoyment of property of downtown Ottawa residents, failure to obey a court order, and obstruction of justice for failing to identify himself to police. He participated in the peaceful protest responding to the invocation of the Emergencies Act in February of 2022, which led to the honkening. Prosecutors allege JW disobeyed a court order under the Provisional Declaration of Emergency used to deal with the Windsor Bridge blockades. Though the order was explicitly created to clear the Windsor blockades, counsel argued that it was an abuse to use the order for any other purpose. So it says, continues here, the Crown agreed and withdrew all charges, citing a lack of evidence that JW interfered with the lawful use and enjoyment of property. No police notes stated he failed to identify himself to the police, which could amount to obstructing police. So, good. They've, all of these, bogus charges to begin with, trying to put all these people behind bars, these innocent people who are nothing more than those who do not agree with the current agenda's attempts to change society. So, yeah, Cuba visited us.
Here in
not the trial, but the arresting people part, yeah.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah, so here in... I wanted to say here in Germany, when there is a court case, but there is not enough for a conviction. Like, if you did something, but the government, the prosecution is not interested in convicting you, they can just pay the case, and when you pay something or do something, it will be dropped completely.
Okay, so it just turns into a ticket.
No, it's more like...
Well, I mean, like by nature, like all you end up doing is having to pay a fine, right?
When you get a plea,
Yes.
it's guilty, no contest, or innocent. So you say no contest, and then you have to pay whatever restitution, whatever the fuck. But yeah,
Oh no, you will. You are.
But they
just,
give you a long ass deal. Like they'll give you freaking 10,000 hours of community service or some shit.
Well, I'm fully supportive of communal service, not enough people are pitching into their communities, at least out here in the States, at least where I'm at out here in California. I know a lot of more rural places are a lot more
10,000 hours is a lot of hours.
So, yeah. Anyway, so we have some really good news coming up here from Rebel News. U.S. Army is going to be investigating the military officers who posed in dog-themed BDSM fetish gear. Remember this?
Thank God.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fuck.
Dude,
how fucking stiffy you have to wear that shit in the military?
No, it's not just that. Think about the international backlash. Think about all of our enemies seeing this picture. We are a laughing stock. This is pathetic.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is horrible.
Yeah.
Stupidity.
Yeah. What you do behind closed doors, if you're a furry, go for it. Just don't push it on my face,
Just don't be a fucking professional, respect, throat down, type shit to the whole entire public.
Yeah. Says here,
majority of the time you're just gonna get laughed at because it's retarded.
It's ridiculous. And it's not the fact that they're furries or they're into this, they're into that. It's behind closed doors stuff. We don't need this. We don't need to hear this.
Bullshit.
Or know about this. Anyway, it goes on here. It says the U.S. Army is now investigating 2 of its officers for posting photos of themselves in dog. That was weird. In dog shaped BDSM gear while in uniform. I think somebody has a voodoo doll about me. Anyway, the photos, which were posted on social media, sparked outrage among conservative veterans who saw them as evidence of the growing problem of wokeness in the military. The Army has confirmed that it is looking into the incident and that a variety of punishments could be handed down if the officers are found to have violated regulations. Yes, they have. This comes after 2 Biden administration officials made headlines earlier this year for publicizing their sexual appetites on social media, raising questions about how much personal expression should be allowed within government institutions. Quote, U.S. Army Pacific is aware of content found on social media reflecting soldiers' activities while wearing uniforms, stated U.S. Army spokesman Major Jonathan Lewis in a statement to USA Today. The incident is currently under investigation, end quotes. Good.
That was like the only thing they messed up on. If they would have done it in like some costume uniform, that would have been okay. But your actual uniform, that's a no-no.
Yeah, no, that's...
You know why they're doing this? Is I bet you the reason why is
awareness.
They see these people are probably retarded. I can't judge, but probably retarded. And since government has a lot of classified information, I know that for a fact, or everyone knows, for the United States. And I actually seen some classified, but it's a whole different story. But long story short, they don't want to spread that shit with these dumb idiots that are in these government institutions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they're investigating this shit. So just in case that shit happens,
yep,
gone.
That's just been happening though.
Good.
So
But it's like something
no more head pass for them, and the dog food rations are halved.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, let's move on up here. More from Rebel News. Norwegian filmmaker faces 3 years in prison for saying a man cannot become a lesbian. What?
What the?
In Norway, a filmmaker is facing up to 3 years in prison on criminal hate speech charges for saying that a man cannot become a lesbian.
Well,
the thought police are here.
That's just a straight guy. It's all
Oh,
it is. It's
yeah.
a lesbian now. Lol. If you like, if you're a guy, and you like women, you're a lesbian.
No, but you know
Yeah.
how they have that gender identification shit. What if I identify as a woman and I like a woman? Then now I'm a lesbian. Oh shit!
I know, I came to
Yeah.
that conclusion when I was like 14. You know?
So like, what the hell? What the problem here, man? What the problem is like there's a guy that considers himself a girl and he's technically a lesbian. So like, what the fuck can he?
Yeah.
Who makes these rules, man?
I'm a man and I can be a lesbian, so the lesbian women can get all the good man parts.
Anyway, in Norway, a filmmaker is... Oh, yeah, I already read that. Tanje Gjevion, a lesbian filmmaker and actress, was informed on November 17th that she was under investigation for a post on her Facebook page that read, quote, "It's just as impossible for men to become a lesbian as it is for men to become pregnant. Men are men regardless of their sexual fetishes," end quote. So a lesbian is facing 3 years in jail. What the hell? They're turning on their own mind.
3 years in jail?
Yeah, no, it's the lesbian said men cannot be lesbians, and now because of that, she's being charged with hate speech and being in prison or being threatened with 3 years of jail. So
Good. Lock her up.
So
Throw her a key.
the alphabet
Fuck yeah.
people are eating themselves. Oh my god. It continues on here.
That's what's up. Still.
The post was in response to a prominent Norwegian trans activist, Christine Gentoft, who is a transgender biological male who identifies as a lesbian mother and a gamer. Gentoft had previously accused another woman, Christina Ellingson, of transphobia for a similar claim. Ellingson is also under investigation and faces 3 years in jail if found guilty, as reported by Rebel News. So, wow. So, I've been talking about this off and on for a while now, because I've heard other people talk about this too. The LGBTQT plus community, the Alphabet Mafia, inevitably, they're gonna, they already have, one section, is attacking another section for this, and then that section is attacking another section for that. And then, here we go. The very system that they fought so hard to implement, a thought police society, is now arresting their own kind. Good job. Wow. Wow. Anyway.
It reminds me of that. Oh.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that movie or episode of some show that I saw many years ago, where it is about people becoming obsolete, and the guy who hunt the obsolete people, people at the end realizes that he also becomes obsolete when there are no more around.
Yeah. Obsolescence is inevitable. So. Anyway, more from Rebel News here. Oregon Governor Kate Brown commutes all death sentences. I wonder what that means here. Okay, yeah. It says, on Tuesday, Oregon Governor Kate Brown announced that she has commuted the death sentences of all 17 inmates on death row in the state, replacing them with life sentences without the possibility of parole. So, there we go. Another, taxpayer-funded life, vacation with very strict rules. This move comes after the state passed a bill in 2019 that nearly ended the practice of capital punishment and follows a death penalty moratorium imposed by a former Democratic governor, John Kitzhaber, in 2011. The death penalty has been a contentious issue in Oregon for some time, with voters twice opposing it and the Oregon Supreme Court striking it down in the past. The last execution in the state was in 1997. So yeah, all the 17 people who were set to be executed are not set to be executed anymore. Well,
bro.
I mean, like.
Well, here goes our taxes going right down the drains, people.
Yep.
Zoop. Yeah.
It's wild. Like, how can like one thought process be so devastating? Like,
what they're trying to say is, hey man, we're gonna put your ass to work. You're gonna work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 40% of that fucking paycheck that you're working so hard of, we're gonna take that and put in these jail cells, and not only that, ship it to other countries like Ukraine.
Yeah.
So, fuck you.
Yep.
So
pretty much, that's what they're saying. So.
That's why you get paid cash. I mean, what?
Yeah. Anyway, more from Rebel News. Sorry, what's up, Lub?
Oh, I wanted to say she just changed the method of the death sentence. Like, instead of them going to the electric chair, now they are sentenced to death by old age.
Yeah. Anyway, more from Rebel News here. Washington Post announced layoffs as company cannot keep spending on initiatives that no longer align with readers' interests. Well, maybe if you start posting things that people are interested about, instead of all of your woke crap. Yeah, I know, mind-blowing, right? Stop pushing a narrative and start posting what the public wants. How about that?
Scientific, lifestyle, who the fuck knows?
Xander Zone.
Yeah.
Technology, whatever people are trying to follow,
yeah.
There you go. Do a poll or something on the internet. Hey, what is the most interesting topic that you're interested in? Scientists or scientific stuff, planetary,
astronomical,
Earth.
astrology,
anything.
What's going on with tectonic plates,
anything.
Like
news today or whatever the case may be, and whatever the most interesting topic.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. And I don't know how, but they always somehow turn everything into a fucking...
Game.
I'm sorry, what's up, Spike?
So they put up that old thing, just to make a point.
Yeah. Anyway, it says here...
Did you know about that?
What?
Okay, when they tested the freaking rocket for Artemis, that shit was cracked, that old-ass orange tank. And why are they still using it? And then they put 2 new ones on the side of that motherfucker. That's how much money went to, that's how much tax money went to like some bullshit. Because SpaceX could have done that shit for way cheaper.
Oh yeah.
So we did it just to fucking fill up the orange. It's not even Apollo anymore, man. It's a brand new fucking shit. This is Artemis.
Yeah, anyway, it says here, at the Washington Post, employees expressed their discontent with the pending layoffs at a town hall meeting this week. CEO Fred Ryan informed staff that the outlet will cut a single-digit percentage off its workforce beginning next year. And Chief Communications Officer Kathy Baird confirmed the news. The Washington Post, which has been profitable for years, is now on track to lose money in 2022, with digital advertising revenue in the first half of the year falling to $70 million, a 15% decline from the same period last year, according to the New York Times. Quote, we are planning to direct our resources and invest in coverage, products, and people in service of providing high value to our subscribers and new audiences. said Baird in a statement to CNN. As a result, a number of positions will be eliminated. We anticipate it will be a single-digit percentage of our employee base, and we will finalize those plans over the coming weeks, end quote. So, I mean, I ain't gonna cry for them.
I think like what's gonna happen is there's gonna be like local like newspapers and shit. Like they're gonna get more like like stuff's gonna get more like groups of like cities and shit.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of go back to like a decentralized form of news and whatnot. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go. This is strange from Oddity Central. World's largest electric truck needs almost no recharging. How? So, I'm wondering if it's just like covered in like. So it says here the world's biggest electric vehicle is a giant dump truck that relies almost exclusively on energy produced by its own braking system, requiring only minimal recharging. Called the E-Dumper, the world's largest electric vehicle is actually a converted Komatsu 600-7HD dump truck, the diesel engine of which has been replaced with an electronic rotor and giant battery. It was a joint venture between Swiss company E-Mining, EMPA, and the University of Bern, and NTB Interstackelität Hochschule für Technik Buch. I destroyed that name. Creating the largest and most powerful electric vehicle in the world took approximately 18 months and was unveiled in 2018 when it performed its maiden voyage at a quarry of Vigier Cement in the Swiss canton of Bern. All right, so that truck is 100% electric, and that would make sense. Like, you put the brakes, and you might cause some kind of like pressure to create power. So it's like.
What it is that when you look over the gas pedal or the electric pedal, whatever the fuck it's called,
accelerator.
It does not use the brakes. It regenerates brakes by. It's kind of like the windmill, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So when you go down,
Generator.
it kind of regenerates electricity by the spinning wheels, therefore putting the power back to the battery. If that makes sense.
So it's like a turbine system.
Yep.
In a way, yes. Even Teslas do the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
I remember a friend of mine a long time ago had a car that did that too.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's just a regenerative power system that puts power back to the batteries when you're not using it or using the accelerator,
It's like with the bikes, how like when you brake and then you have the light.
You don't need to use the brakes at all. It just does it by itself. So.
Oh yeah, when you ride one of those old bikes, when you ride the bike and it made the light turn on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So.
Utilizing centrifugal force for energy production.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're basically just using physics as a means of generating power.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to get those fucking the like. I want to make a 3D printed like brace because like now you could use that same thing so that like you could walk and like the thing.
Huh.
Well, because that's what they do with the windmills. They use wind and gravity has a part in the mill actually swinging, like of the blade swinging, and it uses a mixture of the wind and gravity as a means of generating power.
Yeah.
The idea itself is cool, but it's also not very good for the environment, given you have to clear out an entire area to put those in.
Now I found an article here just for you, Bratos. From Oddity Central, we have Helmut Strebel, the most shredded man in the world. So, Helmut Strebel is an Austrian bodybuilder and fitness model who is widely regarded as the most shredded man in the world because of his incredibly well-defined muscles. If you're unfamiliar with fitness and bodybuilding, the name Helmut Strebel probably isn't ringing a bell. But among fitness enthusiasts, he is famous as the most shredded man in the world. Does this name ring any bells for you, Brados?
I don't think I've ever heard of this guy.
Look at that.
It is an unofficial.
Go ahead.
It is an unofficial title, but looking at the photos of his amazing human specimen, it's hard to imagine anyone successfully challenging him for it. The guy is a walking anatomy model with muscles so well defined that you can practically see every fiber contracting under his skin. That's kind of disturbing,
dude, look at this shit.
honestly. But,
That's impressive.
Dude, that's like...
But just think
you know,
about the
that's
diet that
right?
guy has to go through. But think about the diet that man has. He
Boiled-
eats nothing but lean food.
nothing but chicken and broccoli
Yeah.
for life.
He eats chicken, eggs, broccoli. I
Yeah,
bet you,
but
because I know about
one
these
day you get
physiques. Like, this is 1%. That is pretty much what 1% body fat looks like.
Yep.
Yeah. That's unhealthy,
see
though.
the
You need body fat.
Yeah.
You know?
He has
At least
like you need to have it around like I think you only need like 4 or 5%. You need at least 4%.
like Bruce Lee body.
Wasn't telling me his diet, so let's take a look at this. Very vegetable
Dude, that
diet.
His immune system's
I
like...
don't want to shoot for like if you want to be jacked, you want to shoot for a C-bum physique.
Says he has lean protein in every meal: egg whites, turkey, chicken, beef, whitefish. For carbs, he goes heavy and seasoned on the sweet potatoes and brown rice. During that time, he cuts carbs in the evening, and he has between 5 and 7 meals a day. So he has a good variety.
Yeah, he's eating the right foods.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you kind of want to shoot for more of a C-bum physique. Like you want to have about his body fat percentage to be shredded, but also have enough fat content on your body to not have underlying health problems.
Yeah.
Well, especially in LA, man. Like, you know, if you like go out of like, LA for like a couple months and then come back within 2 weeks, you're gonna get sick and be coughing.
Hmm?
Yeah, that's how polluted the air is, dude.
Huh. Anyway,
I tell everybody that's coming out of town, I'm like, cause they feel sick, like, you know, I only been here for like 2 weeks. I'm like, oh yeah, it's the air, like,
yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, no. My dad was actually out in Texas for several days, from Thursday to Tuesday. He said the air over there was a lot more humid. But like, I remember back, like, you know, many years ago, back in 2015, I believe. Yeah, 2015. I went up to Portland in Oregon. Yeah, Portland, Oregon, and stuff didn't work out. I ended up having to come back here. And I could feel the air down here was thicker. Like, I had been up there for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I came down here, and the air was physically thicker down here than it was up there. So,
Yeah.
but
You feel that shit.
anyway, let's
Going
move
to
on up
Sacramento, I'd be
here.
like,
From the Mirror, DVLA warns of 2 health conditions that drivers must declare or face $1,000 fine. And I remember we were watching Tim Pool earlier talking about this whole study. Suggesting that unvaccinated people have a higher chance of getting into a car accident than vaccinated people. But
saw that.
Yeah, as Blob said, and as they also said in the video, that's because everybody who's vaccinated is they're scared. They're not going out, you know, to risk, life and limb by exposing themselves to the real world. They're going to stay in their own little bubble. So of course, statistically speaking, they're going to be in less car accidents. They don't have the cojones to go out and get into a car. You know?
False advertisement.
I actually said those who are vaccinated, they die from other causes, so they don't get into car accidents anymore.
They took a vaccine for one strain, and that's why they need a booster shot for the next strain.
Yeah.
Like,
But
bro,
that's not
I've been immune to like...
That's not the path of conversation I wanted to go down with. The reason why I brought that up is because now there can be like a documented thing for laws to be created off of. So now they can start requiring vaccines to get your driver's license. You know, they're pushing vaccine passports, vaccine IDs. You know, now they're going to try to do vaccine driver's license, and that's what this story reminds me here too. 2 health conditions, otherwise you're going to face a fine. That's how it starts. You're going to face a fine, and then you're going to get your license revoked. It says here, drivers who have certain medical conditions must declare these to the Driving Vehicle and Licensing Agency to avoid a big fine. The DVLA already has an extensive list of over 100 illnesses and ailments that motorists must disclose to have a valid driver's license. This includes poor eyesight, diabetes, heart problems, and anything that may affect your ability behind the wheel. Okay, well, that I understand. The penalties for not declaring a medical condition can include a €1,000 or a £1,000 fine, as well as the risk of prosecution if the driver is involved in an accident. Any driver who suffers from fits or febrile convulsions must also tell the regulator, reports Birmingham Live. Febrile convulsions are fits that can occur when someone has a fever. Okay, so febrile convulsions. What are you doing with that hanger, Muffin?
I could tell you my process, because I'm gonna end up like going to get my ID soon and my license.
All right.
We'll see what happens in Cali.
All right. Good luck with that.
Am I gonna appointment?
Now, this is some disturbing news here. More from the Mirror. Tories quietly quadruple length of time asylum seekers can be held at Manston. So, without telling people, they've 4 times their, authority to keep them, in the asylum. Asylum seekers who have made the channel crossing can be detained for up to 4 days under new rules quietly announced by the government. Okay, so I was thinking of a completely different asylum. The Tories have handed themselves the power to quadruple the length of time that migrants can be held in short-term processing facilities like crisis-hit Manston in Kent from January 5th. Home security So this is basically like this allows them to hold illegal immigrants even longer. Essentially, it sounds like, or migrants. So it says here, Home Secretary Suella Braverman is tweaking the law so people who have arrived in the UK in small boats can be held for a period of not more than 96 hours, unless a longer period is authorized by the government. Under previous rules, asylum seekers can only be detained for up to 24 hours. So yes, so this is allowing them to have longer time to be, in custody before having to be extradited back to where they, or figure out what to do with them, So instead of 24 hours, you now have 96, which is 4 days. So, wow. And that's going to cost the taxpayers.
Yeah, it's going.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yep.
Muffin's drinking 0.
Oh, he ain't drinking 0, I'll tell you that. Anyway.
It's Coke 0.
No, I'm not.
Anyway, more from UPI. We got some here from UPI, or UPI. Iranian man named world's shortest at 2 feet, 1.6 inches tall. Wow.
Whoa.
A 20-year-old Iranian man has been dubbed the shortest man living by Guinness World Records after his height was confirmed as 2 feet and 1.6 inches. Afshin Ismail Gahanderjeksh from a village in Bukhan County, West Azerbaijan province, was found to be 2.7 inches shorter than the previous shortest man. 36-year-old Colombia man Edward Nino Hernandez. Gader's parents said he was born with a weight of 1.5 pounds, and he now weighs 14.3 pounds. Wow. He only weighs 14 pounds.
Dude, how the hell do you live like that?
I don't know, bro. Like,
man, I can pick that guy up with my own finger.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah, that's scary.
That is.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What the?
Oh,
hey, wait,
dude,
what you doing? What you doing?
That shit.
Wow.
Some kind of fairy tale shit. It's like the Oompas or some shit.
It's Tom Thumb. Oh. Anyway, more from Opie. Colorado boy at the age of 8 has skied on all 7 continents. Lucky kid. Born into wealth. Says here, an 8-year-old boy from Colorado has unofficially become the youngest person to ski on all 7 continents, as he may soon be a Guinness World Record holder. Matic Lip from Golden has accompanied his family on skiing trips all across the globe, and December 1st he went skiing with his family on the lower portions of Mount Hoeg in Antarctica. Lip's older sister, Kiera Lip, completed her own 7-continent skiing goal in the February of this year. The current Guinness World Record for youngest person to ski on all 7 continents is Victoria Ray White, who was 10 days and 79 days old when she completed her journey back in 2008. So definitely this kid is now is a record holder for that. But yeah. So
man, I want to go to Antarctica. That'd be bitching.
Yeah.
Not to ski, but just to experience it down there,
Yep. I mean, look at that. All the penguins behind them. You know?
Yeah, the
That's
penguins
kind
be
of
chilling.
sick,
You
dude.
gotta be a scientist.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, no, right?
It is,
That'd
literally.
be freaking. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Be very chill. I bet they chill. I bet they very chill down there.
Uh-huh. I see what you're doing there, Kratos, with your horrible dad puns. Boy.
Boy.
But
And that shall be it for the show today. Once again, you can check the underbar for the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition, which in itself has Stonehand's Twitch, it has Doom's YouTube, it has Muffin's YouTube, you know, and all that jazz. Anyway, for your dose of different, odd, and otherwise unknown news, we stream Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 3 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Central, and...
5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
And 11 p.m. German time.
Yep, German time. Anyway, for all you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I'm the Muffin Man. No,
I
no,
am the
Skyward.
Slayer.
I'm Proto Blob.
Yep. And you, viewer, of course, are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, or if you're interested in history, we have a history show at 10 in the morning Pacific Time every day. Anyway, until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Toodles.
Let's go.